Alright, what's Gucci? So, you already know what it is. And today we are in Sunnyside Yard in Queens, New York City. Doing free roam. We got our Amtrak Keystone consist here with ACF 64 on head and ex-Metroliner cab car on the rear. Number 9651. So we got some AM fleets here. I believe this is just a Northeast Regional consist, just waiting here. Not much going on in Sunnyside though. But yeah, so just go ahead and jump into the engine, the ACF 64, and take it into New York Penn Station. Now, in real life, this train yard is jam-packed. Not only with just with Amtrak trains, we got New Jersey Transit. You have other Amtrak trains like Silver Star, Silver Meteor, Vermonter. There's way more than what you see here in real life. So let's hop right in. Here, let's see what I can do all this. Alright, so this is the engine compartment of the ACF 64, and the rear cabin looks the same as this. There's really no different. Okay, so let me see. It's gonna take me a minute. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing something. So let's go. Gotta wait till 9:10. Ain't that a bitch? So I'm gonna show you all the outside of this shit. My headlights are on though. Let me see. It's weird. There we go. So we got 663 and 4 AM fleet coaches and an ex-Metroliner cab car. So here's all the trains you can see right now at Sunnyside at the moment. So we got 3 AM fleets on one track, 2 AM fleet cafe cars, and 2 AM fleet coaches all the way over there. 3 there, and then an entire Northeast Regional consist over here minus the ACF 64. I will say this though, the perfect locomotive they should add to this DLC, well there's 2 that come to my mind. I would say the HHP8, but number 1 on the list, if we're just talking about strictly Amtrak trains, I would say the AEM7. That one's a must. Because they were still running when ACF 64 started coming in, so it'd be nice just to have them in here. But I would like to see them add a New Jersey Transit train for sure. Most likely, in my opinion, the ALP 44, which I call, otherwise known as the ALP 44, with Comet 4s, Comet 5s, and possibly Comet 2Ms. I mean, they could do a whole Comet 3 set if they want, but I would like to see the ALP 44 get put into the game. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a lone ACF 64 working its way in. Let's go take a look at that. Oh wait, no, we can't even go all the way over there. Damn. But yeah, man, so like I said, you know, whenever I do videos of Train Sim World, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it off the broadcast just so I can record it that way, and then, you know, I'll edit it on YouTube or whatever. There we go, 626. I mean, I wish they would add a little more AI though, being that this is a busy rail line. They definitely could add some more trains to this. Now I've heard some people wanted like the Acela, and here's the thing about that. All right, since we start off at Newark Airport, as far as like starting off from the southern end of the route, Acelas, as far as I know, they don't even stop at Newark Airport. They stop at Newark Penn Station and New York Penn Station, but they also, I don't think they even stop in New Rochelle. So. If I'm wrong, you know, go ahead and mention it in the comments. But yeah. So I mean, again, you know, the only way I'd see the Acela being put in is if they extended this route all the way down to Trenton, which I doubt is even going to happen. I mean, maybe, you know, sometime in the near future they'll make a DLC where they do a separate Northeast Corridor route, going only from New York to Trenton. I mean, that I want to see happen. Because I mean, the Long Island Railroad route is about, I'd probably say like 40 miles long. I mean, going from either, you know, Atlantic Terminal in Brooklyn or New York Penn Station. But I think they could pull it off. Now, as far as like the plans with them having an editor in this game, I mean, the PC version, I definitely see it, but as far as the consoles, I don't really see it happening. I mean, it'd be great if they do, and I hope they do, but I just don't see it. But they might be able to do something. Alright, so in a couple seconds we'll be able to pull this train out of here into New York Penn Station, and hopefully we can take it all the way to Newark Airport. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I could take it back from, you know, from Newark Airport back up to New York. Now, being that this train's in the yard, I find it weird that there's still passengers in, you know, in the train itself, when this train should be empty. Alright, so here we go, New York Penn Station. It's going to take us a minute to get into New York Penn because speed limit in the rail yard is only 5 miles an hour, which ain't shit. Okay, so I had a feeling that's what that ACF 64 was coming in for, to take the Northeast Regional train. There we go. Already coupled on. Nice. Alright. Yeah, so you'd be seeing, you know, Amtrak P32s, the ACF 64, the Acela, Arrow 3s, Out 46s, Out 45s, multi-levels, Comets. I mean, this yard would be filled with trains. Alright, so let's go into the cab. It's gotta be fun though to run the real thing now. Could only imagine. Alright, so let me see, let's look at the map. So we are like, I would say halfway through getting out of here. So around here I'd probably say we'd be hitting the tunnel. Or at least they could have done, now that I thought about it with this route, because you could go to New Rochelle. I'm surprised they didn't do the New Haven line all the way to Grand Central. That would have been something right there. And they could have done like the M2s, the M6, or the M8. Being, you know, now the M2s, M4s, and M6 are gone now. I could have done that. I mean, that would have been real lit. So, damn. Oh wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Alright, so I can see the East River Tunnel. So we're about to go into that. Yeah, man, I just like the graphics though in this game. But definitely I feel that if they're not going to do an extension there, it should be a separate standalone route. If let's say they go through and actually make the line all the way to Trenton. Now let's see, we get a good look. Now to the right of the train, this would be the 7 line. So obviously there's no tracks up here, but in real life the 7 train passes on the L over here into the tunnel. Of course they're not going to go ahead and put tracks there and whatnot. Now I heard about the new add-on they're going to do. They're going to do an extension for a German route from Hagen to, I forgot what was the name of the town. I know it started with a W. I can't even pronounce it, but they're doing that. And now again, the reason why they do a lot of European content is because the people that make this game, Dovetail, they're based in England. So that's why you see more European routes than American routes. But I think it's time we do another American route, but another passenger route, I would say. And definitely the Northeast Corridor from New York to Trenton is it. I'll say that. Or they can do the Metro North. And it doesn't have to be the New Haven line. I'm talking about either the Harlem line or the Hudson line. Which my ideas for those would be the older M equipment, like the M1, M3. Same with Long Island Railroad. I mean, it's weird, we're only running M7s on that one, but there's no DM30 or DE30. no M3s, which M3s are still running. I mean, I know someone mentioned about an M9 in the community I'm in, but they just entered, and you know, they didn't get every single M9 yet. So I mean, eventually I think that's going to be on the list to do. Well, let's see. See them. Yeah, just looks wild. Alright. It's pointless for me to even let the train speed up. I mean, we're already about to pull into New York Penn Station. So right now we should be in Manhattan, probably underneath 33rd Street, passing right by the Empire State Building. Slow this train down. Let's see what track it's taking us to. Track 14. Alright. Wait, no. Damn, I just messed up. That was weird. I unlocked the right, and yet it was still loading. Let me see. Really? Like, yo, this is... Let me see. I just want to look on the outside right now. Let me see. If I swear to God, if I see people getting off on the right. Nope. Alright, let's take a look at the rear. I just want to see if the marker lights are on. They're not. Alright, so let me... So I can make a run to that car and switch them on. It's funny, running down the platform and you hear the sound of gravel. Alright, so we got 2 minutes to kill. Forgot there's no door there. Remember where the marker lights are. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Let's take a look now. Alright, there we go. Much better. Forgot to turn those on. Alright, so let me close right side. So yeah, it's weird to see like Penn Station this empty. I mean, out of all the times I've been there in person, I mean, it's never, I'm telling you, most of these tracks would be packed with trains. So it's really weird seeing it like that, though. Alright. On to Newark Penn Station. Let me see. Oh, that's whack. They really got you only... Yo. Anybody from Dovetail Games watching this shit, y'all need to really make this train go to Newark Penn Station. Just like the regional. They go the same way. Alright, let's get it out of here. In case we got any red signals, which we shouldn't. We should have, everything should be clear. At least possibly to Newark Penn Station. But let's see. Oh, it's weird to think, man. At one point where we're passing through right now, you could see the sky. Used to be able to see the sky, the Empire State, and a couple other buildings around the area. Now you can't because they built a skyscraper over that section. New York, man, it's constantly changing. Let's bring it up to 60 all the way to Jersey. All the way to dirty Jersey. Let's see where we at. Alright, so pretty much I would say we're on the Jersey side of the Hudson. We're almost out of this. Yeah, weird that happens every time I pass through this tunnel. Every time. But as long as this game is running smoothly, I really don't give a damn. Thought that'd be a neat screenshot. Welcome to New Jersey. Now the catenary, they did a good job, but it's got to be more rusted though. I mean, I'm pretty sure they probably were in this color at one point, but man, they've been around for over 80 years, so they've rusted. I mean, except maybe this part here. So here we go, passing through Secaucus Junction. The New Jersey Turnpike over there. The old Bergen line used to pass through here before this station was built. And why is there an Amtrak train stopping at this station? I have no idea. This is why I say it. This is exactly why I said they need to put in New Jersey Transit in this game, because I think they use that train to simulate an NJ Transit train, which, terrible idea. Oh shit. How the fuck did this shit get selected? Alright. I don't get why they want you to do 60 miles an hour on a poor old bridge. Like, I guess it can't handle a train doing like 125 on it or something. I would love to know why though. And I wonder if that's really how fast trains go on this bridge. But this bridge is still standing in New Jersey on, soon to be replaced. It's been around for more than 100 years. For those of you that know the Northeast Corridor, know that that bridge is one of the problems with the Northeast Corridor. And right where we're passing through right now, this is the bottleneck, at least between New York and New Jersey on the corridor. Which they should have made this a 4-track main line, minimum of 3. And they could have done it. I mean, you probably would have to make another embankment, but, or at least extend it, I should say. But it could have been done. Alright, so here we go, passing the Kearney connection. for trains, for Midtown Direct trains heading onto the Morrison-Essex line or getting off the Morrison-Essex line, Montclair and Boonton line. But otherwise, we could just call it the old Erie-Lackawanna main line, or Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western. This is why I'm not even going to bother hitting 90. We're going to go right back down to 60. Now I like the realism with the overhead catenary wires and the pantograph, like how the pantograph just goes up and down with the cables. Well, because of how low like the catenary is or how high it is, I mean, just like how it is in reality. I mean, they did a great job there. Alright, so what we're passing by now is where the NJ Transit train, some of them will be sitting here, but also this is where, you know, PATH trains are stored, and the World Trade Center bound PATH train goes here, and NY Penn Station bound over here. And this whole spot you see here, they're actually redeveloping the place into like condominiums and whatnot. And Harrison Station doesn't look like this anymore. Looks completely different. Like, I'll put it this way, as far as design, they definitely brought it into the 21st century. Alright, so here we go, crossing over the Passaic River. See, but then when I go down here, I can't even do it. What is it talking about? The doors are... I guess because since at New York Penn I opened up the wrong door, now I have to do the other side now. It's retarded. Alright. Here we go. Now let's go ahead and open up both sides so, you know, people just go ahead and just fall off onto track 2. Why not? So we're on track 3. Here's track 4. Track 5 is for westbound Raritan Valley Line trains. It's a high bridge in Raritan. And then 3 and 4, 4 is mostly for NJ Transit Northeast Corridor and North Jersey Coastline trains. Track 3 is for Northeast Corridor, North Jersey Coastline, and the Amtrak trains. Track 2 is strictly Amtrak, even though sometimes some North Jersey Coastline trains coming from Hoboken stop there. And then Track 1 is New York bound NJ Transit trains, whether Northeast Corridor, North Jersey Coastline, and same with Track A, which the Amtrak stops on Track 1 sometimes, and also Track A. Yeah, that's it. Alright, no, we're not gonna go all the way to the airport. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, I locked the doors. Why is it not? Okay. So let's see how well I did. Only 13 miles. Yet the Keystone stops at Newark Airport, but the farthest you could go with the Keystone is Newark Penn Station. So if you want to do the whole thing from New York to Newark Airport, you got to use the regional. Doesn't make a lot of sense. This is why I'm on both sides with the the X Metroliner cab car add-on. Yeah, it's cool to see it in this game, but it sucks because you're only going to the airport, and there's only one activity that lets you do that. But then when you do free roam, you only could go to Newark Penn Station. It would have been nice if they would have let it go all the way to the airport regardless. At least. But this is why I said that extension to Trenton is needed. It would have been so much better because then you really could go ahead and run this thing at 125. But nah. So, yeah, DTG. On behalf of everybody that plays Train Sim World and are huge Northeast Corridor fans, my mans, we gonna need that extension to Trenton or a standalone route with the same trains, with the Acela, with NJ Transit, and with the HHP8 and the AEM7s for that route. But I'm gonna end it on that note. Might do another video tomorrow, or might be next week, or definitely will be next week. But I might get into Long Island Railroad tomorrow for you guys. So thanks for checking it out. And y'all ever want to find me on here, gamer tag is El Chapo. Well, L_Chapo_DR92. Which I might change that gamer tag. I don't know. I just feel like for those of you that have ever used AOL Instant Messenger, aka AIM, kind of sounds like an AIM username. So I'm thinking about changing that shit up. But I want to do some Dominican shit though. But until next time, thanks for checking it out.